the young and revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso has made a stirring revelation that underscores the deep personal sacrifice and unyielding courage behind his leadership. In a recent public statement, Traore disclosed that his own family has pleaded with him to step down from power, fearing for his life amidst the political turmoil and threats that echo the fate of Thomas Sankara, the iconic Pan-African leader who was silenced in 1987. Quoting what Traore said, "My family begged me to step down. They feared I'll be silenced like Sankara, but I told them, even if I die, it will be for the good people of Burkina Faso." The emotionally charged admission not only exposes the immense personal risks Traore faces, but also places him in the symbolic lineage of African freedom fighters like Sankara and Libya's Muammar Gaddafi, men who dare to challenge imperialism and champion African self-determination at great personal cost. Traore's comparison to Sankara is not superficial. Since assuming leadership in 2022, Traore has followed in the footsteps of his predecessor by promoting anti-corruption, reclaiming national sovereignty, and seeking to free Burkina Faso and Africa more broadly from the grips of neocolonial influence. Like Sankara, he has cut the expensive privileges of the political class, emphasized agricultural self-reliance, and prioritized the dignity and empowerment of ordinary citizens. Traore's vision expands beyond the borders of Burkina Faso. He is increasingly seen as a unifying force in the wider Pan-African movement, much like Gaddafi, who envisioned a United States of Africa and pushed for the creation of single African currency and military force. Traore has become a vocal advocate for African unity, economic independence, and collective security. His bold declarations and unapologetic rejection of foreign exploitation have won him immense admiration across the continent. Many Africans, both on social media and in public discourse, have even gone as far as suggesting that Traore should become the first president of a united Africa, citing integrity, vision, and courage as qualities desperately needed on a continental scale. Despite his popularity among the masses, Traore is not without enemies. His hardline stance against Western interference, rejection of foreign military bases, and crackdown on internal corruption have made him a target for powerful interests. The parallels to Sankara's fate, betrayed and unalived at just 37 years old, are not lost on his supporters or detractors. Analysts warn that while Traore is admired for his bravery, the dangers he faces are real. Burkina Faso remains unstable due to extremist insurgencies and deep-rooted systemic challenges. Nevertheless, Traore has maintained a grounded, almost spiritual commitment to the mission. His recent statement, made with unwavering conviction, has sparked a wave of solidarity among young Africans who see him not just as a president, but as a symbol of the continent's rebirth. Traore's leadership continues to breathe new life into the old dreams of Thomas Sankara and Gaddafi, dreams of a free, sovereign, and united Africa. In recent speeches, he has called for the formation of regional defense coalitions, economic integration among African nations, and educational reforms that prioritize African history and values. Under his administration, Burkina Faso has taken bold steps towards breaking ties with France's colonial-era currency, the CFA franc, expelling French troops, and forging alliances with other African nations, pursuing similar independence-focused agenda. While some observers criticize his government's posture as radical or authoritarian, many Africans interpret it as long overdue resistance and a reawakening of the revolutionary spirit that brought to life the first wave of independence across the continent. Whether Captain Ibrahim Traore's vision will fully materialize remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, his willingness to sacrifice has cemented his place among Africa's most fearless leaders. For many, he is not merely a head of state, but a guardian of the African spirit. In the words of one Burkinabe youth, even if they silence him, his voice will echo like Sankara's forever.